Back now with Anna Destree, the Brown County Public Health Officer. We're discussing off the top that vaccines are now available. I know you're not a doctor. Any vaccine in particular that you would favor, or are you just to the point now of telling people, get it, whatever's available?
Yeah, well, all three of vaccines are safe and effective, so we recommend that people get whatever vaccine is available to them.
And if you're lucky, you get the one shot.
If you're lucky, you get the
Otherwise, you have to go back for the two. How many people approximately in Brown County that you know of have been vaccinated completely?
So I'm going to have to sneak a sheet at my notes because I'm like, I wasn't going to remember that one offhand. But all right, so 91,179 first doses. So Brown County residents have received 91,179 first doses, and 55,892 have completed the series, and that's Brown County alone.
And are people expressing any preference toward what vaccine they get, or are they just taking whatever's available?
So in general, we're seeing that people are taking whatever's available.
So do you expect now our supply in the county to increase now that the lid is off and anybody can get the vaccine?
Yeah, well, we were seeing a steady increase from the state, which is nice. We heard that there may be a small setback with J&J this next week, but we anticipate seeing increases. You know, the biggest thing is we recognize that at times the demand for vaccine is going to outweigh our supply. So we just ask people that they're patient with us. You know, when it goes to trying to secure an appointment, everyone who wants a vaccine eventually will be able to get one.
Yeah, how do you handle this sudden influx of appointments now?
Well, we make sure that everybody knows where they can get an appointment. And then again, it's telling people just be patient. There's also resources if people need assistance with signing up for an appointment. We have those available to us on our website. So a lot of it's just be patient, keep trying if you can't get one the first time. Yeah,
patience is the key here, because you've
the
heard
key.
so many stories of people telling us that I called 10 times, still couldn't get through, and you've just got to hang on because everybody's in the same boat.
Yes.
You know, we all want that shot. Should people be looking to private clinics, to the hospitals, or to what the county is offering?
Yeah, it truly does not matter. There are a lot of vaccinators available to us in Brown County. We have a full list of them on our website, the Stay Healthy BC website. And on there, they can see and they can make the choice of where they want to go and what works best for them.
You know that there has been hesitancy in some cases to get the vaccine. In some cases, people are hesitant on medical grounds. They're not sure what's in that shot. They're not sure if it's effective. They're not sure if it's a chemical. And then there's also the political aspect of it too. Some people just, for political reasons, don't want to do it. How are you reaching out to people to educate them about the safety of the shots?
Yeah, so we actually have an equity-driven plan that is available on our website. So again, stayhealthybc.com. And on that plan, it talks about the work that we're doing with community partners to target and have targeted conversations to figure out where we need to promote more and where more education is needed. So that is one thing we're doing. And then with hesitancy in general, you know, we really, if somebody is concerned, we really ask people to talk to a trusted medical professional, do your research, and there's plenty of reputable research out there, but we do caution people to stay away from social media because there's a lot of misinformation out there.
Oh, Dr. Google. Right? Yeah. Stay away from Dr. Google. How important was it to get the Packers on board with this vaccination effort?
Very. I'll say that having the partnership with Bellin, Packers, and Public Health at the Lambeau site has been amazing. I think they've been a great partner for doing outreach in the community, as well as our other partners. I mean, we have so many partners who, like I said before, have been assisting us with targeting communication, talking to people out in the community to really get around hesitancy and just to understand how we can better serve them.
When you talk about hesitancy, what are you hearing as far as myths go that need to be debunked? What's out there?
So there's a lot of them, but I think the most common ones that we hear, one that is particularly concerning is that it causes infertility. So we know that this is not true. Yep. So we really encourage people to talk to an OBGYN, talk to a medical doctor about this because it's not true. Other ones, it will alter your DNA. So we know that's not true as well. And then probably one of the interesting ones is that you're chipped. You know, that you're being chipped with the vaccine. So that's not true either. So again, it's really just getting people to, if they have questions, if they have concerns, if they hear something that just sounds a little bit off, do their research, talk to a medical professional, and make the decision for themselves.
You have to wonder where some of these things get their start.
Yeah.
So it's best, as you say, to mainly call the medical professional.
Yes.
You know, who can debunk a lot of this stuff for you.
Yes.
Because you're only harming yourself, actually. Yeah. All right, we've got Anna Destree with us this morning from Brown County Public Health, and we have much more to come, so please stay with us.